Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today I've come on here to show you some of my favourite fashion ephemera pieces. These are vintage books and magazines that I've been collecting over the past few years, and I still haven't had the courage to use them in any of my journals, but I hope you enjoy looking at them, and if you'd like to see any more of my ephemera collection, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. So the first thing I've got is this Italian catalogue, and it's a sewing pattern catalogue, and it's for lingerie and pajamas. I think it's absolutely amazing, but I don't have a date for it, and I can't find a date for it, but I think it might be late 50s, early 60s. You can see in here that it just has all of these fashion illustrations of the models wearing lingerie and nightwear, so all of these beautiful nightgowns here you can see, and these petticoats, pajamas, bed jackets. Aren't they just amazing? Look at this one here, this quilted puffy one. These beautiful, like, like, what do you call them? Ensemble kind of outfits, like sets. And these little matching bra with a matching petticoat. It's just absolutely beautiful. So I love looking at stuff like this, seeing what people were wearing in their homes in, maybe the late 50s, the 50s and 60s. People really put so much effort into making all of these cute little frilly undies. And it's just a really, really beautiful booklet. I got it from a deceased estate, and I was given it for free because I purchased two other things which you'll see later on. And as I was leaving, the man said, "Oh, I found this, do you want it? Because, you bought the other things and I think this is kind of similar." And I was like, "Yeah, of course, I'll take it." And I didn't even look at it until I got home. I thought it was just going to be like a pattern book. And then when I opened it, when I got home, I was like, wow, this is the coolest thing and just so pretty. And then I thought to myself that I would kind of use the pages to decoupage with, and then I got over that crazy stupid idea and decided that I was going to keep the book as it is, or I might frame these pictures a little bit later, but I'll probably copy them before I frame them because it's an absolutely beautiful book. And look at the back cover, it's just amazing. So I love that. I found that a lot of the European, because this is an Italian one, but a lot of the European magazines I've found, and I'll show you another one a bit later, they have this really nice print. The print on them is really, really lovely, like these really bright, bold colors. They almost look hand painted to me. So I'll show you some of those a little bit later, but that's one of my favorite items from today's collection. So what are my next things? Oh, my next few things are just some little magazine cutouts that I'm going to use in my own fashion journal when I start it. So the first one is this ad for some 1960s shoes. I'm going to use this as a bit of a folded page. It's a page from a crochet book, but it's printed in this really interesting kind of like shiny way. You can see the pink. It's kind of like metallic, so I thought that had a really nice effect to it. It was going to make a really nice addition to my fashion journal. And then we've got some of these small pieces which I will probably end up using somewhere. So we've got some dictionary words here, a yard which has got a dressmaker's tape measure and a wardrobe there, and just a couple of die cuts. I've got a page from a book on homemaking, and it had this entire page on dressmaking. Well, it was on colour actually, but it just had this lady holding up all this beautiful fabric, and she's wearing this beautiful colourful dress, and so I thought that was really cool to add. I found this clothes colour chart, and I think it's from the early 50s. I'm pretty sure it came from another like homemaker's book. I'm not sure what's on. Oh yeah, on the back you've got a lady, and she's doing some. I can't even think of what that is now. What's it called? Weaving? A weaving machine? Oh, correct me if I'm wrong. But on the back was this colour chart, and it tells you like whatever your hair colour is, what clothes you should wear, what colours you should wear. So let's see if it's correct for me. I'm probably a warm brownette. I've got brown eyes and browny black hair, so I should wear brilliant shades, bright yellows, oranges, greens, they're my colors. I love to wear oranges, I love to wear greens as well, and they really suit me. So there you go, it's kind of correct, but that's really cool. I love that color chart. Here is a do's and don'ts, like what not to wear. I might actually zoom in a little bit so you can see. That's better. So we've got a do's and don'ts for tall figures and a do's and don'ts for short figures. I wonder what it says for short people. Avoid large brimmed hats, wide or contrasting belts, very full skirts. Interesting. And oh, how cute. On the back it's just this girl and a dog. Not really fashion related, but beautiful nonetheless. I've got this page here. It was also from the Homemaker book, and it's about dressmaking. The colours were amazing. I mean, look at the sleeve on the dressmaker, and this old sewing machine you can see, and then it's kind of, they've added in this illustration of a thimble and a needle and a mannequin. So I thought that was really cool. I can imagine that going into my journal, perhaps not folded. I think I'll keep the full size. What's on the back? Home entertainment. Interesting. We've got some ads from 50s and 60s magazines. We've got an ad for a coat. We've got another ad here. We've got this beautiful 60s model with all of these fabrics. So these are all kind of pictures that I have collected to add into my fashion journal eventually. She looks like someone. Who's that actress? Oh my gosh, Selma Blair. If you know who Selma Blair is, doesn't she look like exactly like Selma Blair? Oh my god, she does. I just realised that when I pulled that out. The Go-Go Girl, love that. Got all of these wonderful little pictures. Now, I've sold so many fashion ephemera packs in my Etsy store, and I've gotten rid of so many beautiful pieces of ephemera before I realised that I should start collecting them for myself. So if you're still looking for fashion ephemera, I still collect for my Etsy store, but a lot of the good stuff now I keep. But if you are looking for a fashion pack, do let me know, because I can part with some of these things. But we've just got some really gorgeous magazine clippings. I loved this one. I'm pretty sure this is not a fashion ad. This was like a tampon ad. I'm pretty sure. A lot of those like old tampon or like pad ads had these ladies in really elegant white dresses like hers. Now, let me show you this, which I love, which I'm going to frame and put in my toilet. I have two of them. So they both came from a men's magazine. Almost like a Playboy magazine. The magazine was called Man. It wasn't like Playboy. It didn't have like naked models or anything in it, but it had kind of like, you know, like comic strips that were a bit, you know, risque, and lots of ads for, you know, how to find the perfect, be the perfect lover, all of these things. But inside the Man magazine, I found these two ads. So let me, hopefully you can see them a bit clearer. There you go. The first one here is for men's briefs, and I thought it was just amazing. I'm going to zoom in so you can see these a little bit better. So there's just all these different types of briefs, and these models are just in the most funny position, like really kind of like modelly positions. Like look at him, he's like kind of pulling his undies out. Like it's just so funny. There's an ad here for male Spanx, so an early version of male Spanx. So this, it says it will really do the job on a man's middle, featherweight lightness with powerful stomach control that flattens you to a swaggering trim. So it looks like it's like a corset for men. You can see it goes all the way up to like underneath your pecs. So funny. This ad here is for some of those like netting briefs. I mean, I don't think you can buy this stuff anymore. It's maybe in an adult store you probably can. But I love that they put the model there so you can see his bum crack. I thought that was so funny, and you can buy the matching shirt. Sexy as hell. No, I would just like piss myself laughing if I saw anyone rock up wearing this. But hey, you do you, if that's what the men wanted to wear. These look like something It's so odd. They're called the slingshot. I love how all of these jocks were given a name, by the way. So this is the slingshot. We've got the mailman, the big show, because he's got like this netting. Oh, it's so funny. And then this is there is a hole. There's a hole in these ones. Can you see that? They're called the scuttles. Incredible revolutionary design of a new opening. So it's like it's always open. Interesting. Okay. And then you've got this great model up here with this brilliant handlebar moustache, and he's got a tattoo that says male power. Yeah, one of my favorite things I've ever found, and I'm going to frame it and put it in my toilet. That sounds weird, but the guests are gonna love it. And then there was another ad for the female lingerie, not as funny as the male ones, I've got to admit. But really, like, cool. Like, she's got these gladiator sandals on, and I love this one here because it's like sheer and sexy, and they've like censored out her bum crack, but they didn't have to censor out the man's bum crack, but they had to do it on the women's. So there you go. And yeah, these are really cool. So I think they're going to make great pictures to go in my toilet because I think they're just funny. So that's those, which I love. Let me actually put them, yeah, I can put them up there. Now I've got some pages from a Portuguese fashion magazine that I'll show you. Actually, I might go around here. So like I said about those European magazines, they had kind of a printing style that I really like. It's almost powdery matte. I can't explain it, like it's been painted or something. Now let me just unzoom that. Ooh, yeah, there we go, that's better. So yeah, they've got this almost powdery kind of style, and I've got a few pages from this magazine. This magazine I picked up at a swap meet. I got it for 20 cents. There was a man who was selling the most random things. He just had a tarp put on the floor, and he was selling like nuts and bolts, like kids' toys, but like not old vintage toys, just kind of like different toys. Sorry, this page here is not from the Portuguese magazine, neither is this one. I'm too busy talking. But this I'm going to use as die cuts in my journal because the page was kind of not in very good condition. It's from the Australian Home Journal from 1961. But anyway, let's continue with this Portuguese magazine. Here's the front cover. Isn't it stunning? So that's what I saw when I walked past this man's stall. He was selling, like I said, really random things, like almost just things he'd picked up from the tip or something. But then I asked him, oh, how much do you want for the magazines? And he was like, oh, 20 cents is fine. So I think I got like 3 or 4 of them. This was the only Portuguese one I got. The others were like New Idea magazines from like the late 60s. So not that interesting, but definitely this was beautiful. Now I'll show this one a little bit later. Let's continue with this Portuguese magazine. So you've got these beautiful double spreads in full color. Just the illustrations, like it's like it looks hand painted. It's just beautiful, but they're just, you know, they're just magazines in the end. And then you've got this page with Claudette Colbert, and she's an actress in one of my favorite movies, which is It Happened One Night with Clark Gable. If you haven't seen it, it's a great film if you like those old black and white films. This was an ad inside the magazine. It just, I mean, look at it. The print, it just looks painted. Like it's beautiful, so beautiful. And then you've got another full page spread of these fashion mannequins, and a fashion mannequin ad here, and some more pages. Now this page here, it was from the New Idea magazine from 1963. I just really liked the colours, like that peachy colour with the green. I thought it was really cool, so I'm going to use that in my journal as well. And the last piece of paper page ephemera, I guess, is this. It's not so much fashion, but it's got this like woman in this cloche hat, so, and this fur coat. So I really liked that, and I think that that is a 1920s front cover for Pearson's magazine. So I kept that as well. I'm going to put that in my fashion journal. Now let me show you my absolute pride. I can't even talk today. My prized possessions. My pride and joy, I think I was going to say. They're in terrible condition, but they are one of my favorite things that I own out of my entire collection. I think they are my two favorite things. I'll show you the first one. So it is a Vogue fashion catalogue. I'm sorry that you can't see the whole thing, and I'm sorry that the ring light is making a reflection, but we'll open the page so you can see. In terribly bad condition, but it is an absolute treasure trove of 60s fashion. So I got this from a deceased estate. I got this one and another one, which I'll show you a little bit later. Well, I'll show you it soon because I'm already hitting 15 minutes. So it came from a deceased estate. They are in bad condition, but I will not cut them up, even though they are very, very aged and almost ruined. The pages are beautiful though. But it's a Bible on mid-60s fashion. So these are both from 1966, the ones that I have. And I mean, you can't get any more comprehensive in terms of fashion than going into these old sewing counter books. They are so valuable at the moment. This one I got for an absolute steal. I think I got it for about $15, which was amazing because on eBay they're worth like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And I could never have afforded to buy one off eBay. So when I saw this pop up, I was amazed. And the ad was just an ad for a deceased estate. And I was flicking through the photos and he had a pile of books. And then I spied this and I zoomed in and it said September 1966, and I was so quick in pressing that button, like that sentiment, you know, that's like, hi, is this available? That button. But instead of being like, hi, is this available? I was like, I'm coming to pick up those books. When can I come? I can come right now. So I ended up going and getting them. So this is the Vogue one. I probably like this one. Actually, no, I like them both evenly. I'll show you the Butterick one next. But this is just amazing. If you would like to see a like silent version where I just kind of flick through the pages of these fashion catalogs, do let me know because I'm considering doing that. Look at this with the cutouts. This, oh, look at her. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I'm considering doing a version where I just simply flick through the pages. So beautiful. If we go to the skirts and blouses section, you can see it's got all these tabs, but the tabs have kind of ripped the pages. The tabs are in really bad condition. I'm not sure how it was kept. But yeah, when I saw it, I had to have it. What I'll do is I will not cut any of these models up, but I have been like scanning them and using them in my fashion journal. And look at this headwear. These snoods, aren't they just beautiful? I wish headwear was more of a thing, you know, today as it was in the 60s. You can see all these beautiful looks. Look at these beanies. Dome hat. The dome hat with the feather plume. Oh my gosh, all of these hats. I love this style, these scarf hats. So you've got all these hats, all these faces. And yeah, so all of these styles. And then you've got youths and teenage fashion. Now I'll show you my Butterick catalogue, which is in even worse condition than the Vogue one. Oh, and this Vogue one, I think it weighs probably about 3 kilos. So heavy. The Butterick one's about 2. It's a soft cover. I think I like the Butterick one. I think I like the illustration style of the Butterick a little bit better. Isn't it just amazing? Let me pull it down a little bit so you can see everything. All of these colours, all of these fashions. The 60s really did have the best style of fashion. If I could go back in time, it would definitely be to the 60s, and I would just buy up an absolute storm. What do you think is your favourite era of fashion? I think the 60s. Everything was colourful, everything was bright, hemlines were shorter, but you know, you still had like maxi dresses were still in. I just think everything, you know, anything goes with the 60s fashion. You could wear bright colours, you could wear muted colours, you could wear long dresses, short dresses, you could wear these A-line types, or you could wear the shift dresses. Look at that. Let's have a look at some of our evening wear and bridal wear. I don't know if this is evening wear. Does that look evening wear to you? Proportion styles. Oh, I was in the wrong style. Here's our wedding dresses. Wow, look at these ball gowns. I love that. I'd wear that today. I'd wear all of this today. Oh, I love it all. Evening gowns. The hairstyles, everything. I love these bobs. And some bridal party elegance. Look at this veil. It looks like a shower cap. I'm not usually critical of anything from the 60s. Any styles of fashion from the 60s. I love it all, but that's a bit, yeah, I don't know about that. So yeah, that is that. Let me go to, let's have a look at the, oh, we've got this children's section. Look at these beautiful illustrations. Definitely need to make some die cut packs with this. I'm not going to cut it up, but I'll scan and cut. Oh, wow. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, this little girl drinking a glass of milk. Hopefully you can see all of that. Got at home, oh, at home clothes. You've got all of these kind of like moo styles. All the moo styles. Look at that. It's so short. Couldn't be doing housework in a dress like that, I don't think. And all of these robes. Look at that. It's so pretty. Oh, and they've got these aprons. How cute. Oh, I love them. Smock aprons. Just the colours. And these are some quick and easy styles here. Oh, wow. And maternity wear. Let's see what they were wearing. You can't see any bumps in these photos. I think the emphasis in the 60s and 70s and 80s was like hide the bump. So they just used to wear these, you know, tent dresses. You wouldn't know this was the maternity section if it didn't say, because I can't see any bellies in these photos. Oh, I like that. Is that like a corduroy kind of dress? You'd see that in the shops today. And we've got menswear. Oh, where is our menswear? That's weird. It's gone straight from boys and men's. Oh, doll clothes and costumes. So we've got some little crafts here. Chiquita Cuckoo. Handbags. Dolly dresses. Look at these dresses for your Barbie. Wow, how cute. Costumes. The men's little devil costume. We've got like priest outfits and choir robes, Santa Claus costumes, tutus. And we've got the boys wear here and the men's wear too. Can you believe the men get how many pages of clothes? 3 or 4, and all of the women's fashion. It's like men wear shirts, pants, pajamas, robes, hoodies. That's it. Business shirts. These are fun board shorts. And that's the end. Oh, how cute. And then you've got the index of your patterns and fit, deciding on your figure. So that is that. That is my entire, not entire, but they're my favourite fashion ephemera pieces. As you can see, most of them are contained inside that Butterick and that Vogue catalogue, but I scan them and use them. Hopefully in the near future I'll be able to show you my fashion journal, but it's still a bit of a work in progress, and I've been working on other things at the moment, so I haven't had a chance to go through them. But I hope you enjoyed that, and if you'd like to see more, if you'd like to see any other types of themed ephemera show and tells, do let me know, and please leave a comment below, because I really like to know if anyone made it to the end of the video and what you thought. And I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye.